Here we go. 3, 2. Jesus Christ.
Sarah, we're recording a podcast.
Sarah, shut up!
Please don't do that at all.
Shut up, Sarah! It's okay. It doesn't matter. All right.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody? This is Derek from Fat Planet LP, and hello, here we are once again. Actually, I'm lying. This isn't once again. This is the first time ever. This is the DeadPlanet cast, and we are doing our first official podcast. We're going to be answering some questions based on Season 1, and we might talk about Season 2 a teensy tiny little bit, but let's not go absolutely crazy here. So let's go ahead and start. I will click my camera so that way you can see me talking at the moment. And we're going to go from the comments. We're just going to go ahead and scroll on down here. I'm probably going to horribly pronounce these names, and I'm so sorry if I do. Okay, don't hate me. Yes, we're recording. Like we didn't hear that. So. Garrow Lady, I think that's how I'm pronouncing it right. Again, I apologize if I'm butchering it. How far do you plan on allowing technology into the RPing of DeadPlanet Roleplay? I know with the new updates, there is more and more technology, guns, etc. being put into the game. Or do you plan on staying with primitive survivalisms? Anybody care to comment?
Well, I mean, we kind of have to take it as it comes, otherwise we're going to be stuck playing alpha 7.10 until the end of time.
True. Very true.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what kind of technology? What are we going to have, laptops in the game, dude?
I think what she's talking about is, are we going to continue using like advanced warfare, like the new guns and stuff like that? Are we going to stick to like baseball bats and knives and things like that? So to answer that, since I am the creator and the writer of the series, I will say that we're going to use whatever the game has to survive. Whatever fits into the role play. Most of our episodes are recorded on a whim. The writing takes place pretty much as we're doing the episode. Sometimes we record 2 scenes and we have no idea what the third scene's going to be. Which, when I say that, it's pretty much all, what's the terminology I'm thinking of here?
Improv.
Improv, thank you. It is. It's pretty much all improv. I have a vision of where I want it to go, but sometimes these guys have to step in and throw in some suggestions, some more than others, DTC, for us to actually get there. So
Pretty much.
Dread Pirate Duo says, the questions are great. Keep them coming. Thank you, Dread, for that wonderful comment there. And let's see. WLF12171. Got a unique name there, dude. Do you guys plan to continue the story, and how soon? And do you plan to upload this to YouTube? Absolutely. It is a YouTube series. That is where it's going to go, because that is where you are currently commenting on. So yes, it's going to be on YouTube. Absolutely. At no time am I streaming the DeadPlanet Roleplay series. We might stream 7 Days to Die, but it will not be DeadPlanet. And yes, of course, we continue the story, and how soon has already been answered. We already got the first episode up of the second series. Anything else anybody wants to add?
I just had one more thing about the last question.
Mm-hmm.
With it being a survival game and a survival roleplay, I mean, you come across something in a survival situation, you're going to use it regardless of, what it is. If you run across, if you're using baseball bats and knives and you run across a sniper rifle, you're not going to turn it down in a survival situation. So when something new rolls down the line, you're going to want to use whatever you have at your fingertips to be able to survive.
True.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think that's probably very true, that we would use what we find. So what's in the game we'll use.
All right. After Season 1 of DeadPlanet Roleplay, this is by Ian Luttrell, are you guys making another season of the Hunger Games? Since there's this new map called Survival Mode PvP, which I will add, it's not actually a new map, it's just a new game mode. Also, have you guys played other game modes like Deathmatch and Zombie Horde? It's quite fun, actually. Yeah, a lot of us have played Deathmatch and Zombie Horde and whatnot, but it's been done over and over and over, so it's not nothing that I necessarily want to quite record at the moment. I mean, maybe in the future I might later. I have no idea. But for right now, we're kind of focused on the role play because that's what you guys seem to kind of like. And for the Hunger Games, that really all depends. We are waiting on some correspondence for some people who may or may not join us in the Hunger Games. As soon as we get correspondence back from that, I'll make an official announcement to when you guys can expect another season. But yes, there will be more Hunger Games. Absolutely. Matthew Cadicido, I'm just going to call you Matthew. Are the dialogues improvised or pre-thought? It's a combination. It's a mix. They are pretty much improvised with direction going toward the outcome, should I say. You guys have any comments about like the improv and stuff like that? Anything you want to share or any funny moments?
General idea of like, oh, okay, we need to do this. Say it how you want.
Yeah, a lot of the scenes end up being that way. It's just kind of like, this is the end goal for the scene, go for it, and everything just kind of comes naturally, which makes it a lot better, I think.
I think so. It makes it seem a little bit more realistic, and that's why I gave everybody just, free roam with it. I mean, there's been plenty of times where I go, okay, this is kind of how I want the scene to go, and then everybody comes up with their own little lines and stuff like that. And it just makes it seem more real and into the scene versus a rehearsed over and over again type scene. And that's not what we wanted to do with the series. So, these guys have had a lot of fun with it too. I mean, we've had some derpy moments that a few people have decided that they're probably going to record some behind the scenes type things. So that might be something that you'll see later.
Alpha 710 update video.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't remind me.
I got some hate from that, and you guys are very supportive. You still thumbs it up, even though it was terrible. And yes, some of your comments were absolutely true. I should have done a little bit more research, but I wanted to get the video out real quick, and I kind of failed on that aspect. So thankfully, Pam showed up and helped us out. I definitely wanted to do a lot more with it, but it is what it is. It'll get better. My update videos will be a lot more informative in the future. I can promise that.
I thought it was funny. I mean, it's like, what the heck? This doesn't work. And then Pam jumps in. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, okay, it does work.
Once you know the right way to do it, yeah.
And to be fair, I mean, that's what most players probably thought when they got into the game anyway, so you just put it on YouTube. All their frustration.
Yeah. Matthew asks again, I know this might be too much to ask, but maybe one day you could do like a random choosing of a fan or a group of fans and see if they can get into the server, and maybe if you like them, be part of the series. I'm not going to just outright deny that yet. I am going to say that it might be a little bit just because the roleplay series is new and we do want to get it introduced and we do want more people to be aware of it. We want a little bit more popularity with it to begin with. And once the popularity grows and the view numbers grow on the series themselves, I'll consider doing maybe like some random survivor found for an episode or something. Maybe you get killed or something like that. It is a possibility. It is something that we could possibly do in the future.
Well, to add to that, it's been discussed before that join the Steam group. The Steam group has the information for what's coming up, what to look forward to. Dread started posting events on there. It's got the TeamSpeak stuff on there, so that's the best way to get to know people and get to talk to everybody. And you've got to become friends with people before they're going to trust you on their personal stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. It is, our private server. It is sponsored by Fiber Servers. Bless them, which Pam happens to be a part of. So we have instances in the past to where, an episode is leaked out, the IP and stuff like that. And, not necessarily really serious bad things happen, but it was very obvious that there were some bad intentions. So we're very leery about that, as I'm sure you can understand why. Irenius asks, has the Blueberry Bandit ever cooked blueberry pie during this series, or did he just hold the blueberries pointlessly on his pawn until they went bad?
Oh, it was pointless.
It was pretty much pointless. Everything about the Blueberry Bandit would be pointless, I would say.
Yeah, his blueberries did not lend to cooking.
I wouldn't want to eat that pie anyway, even if he did make one.
Although they were quite delicious to eat in the court case, I will admit.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't eat them.
I wouldn't eat them.
You're a brave soul for that, that's for sure.
Yes.
Velocitroid. Hey, is there any way I can actually talk with you guys whenever I go on TS and that's not anything related to that? And yes, I've already answered that. Acre, who was the one that came up with the idea to start a series like this? And who were the people that made the dialogues for the members, or was it just go with the flow? A lot of that has been answered with the whole improv thing. We kind of touched on that before. The series idea was born in my head starting episode 5. Actually, it started episode 4 when Warlord started going nuts and started shooting everybody. Then I decided it would be kind of cool to use the new courtroom that we built and do like a little court case. And it turned out we all had so much fun actually doing that. We kind of decided to do a series. I mentioned the idea and kind of, told them my thoughts, and they went along with it. And it's been going that way ever since. And I don't think there's been any complaints. I mean, all of us pretty much love it. And
Oh yeah, we were all for it.
Yeah.
I think it's
so
much more
fun.
enjoyable than the Survivor thing for me. I mean, that's just my personal thought. I mean, we've been through, 7 alphas now? I mean, we've been more than 7 updates for sure. But it's always the same exact thing. Loot, build, survive, kill zombies, loot again, build something else. And that's the way it's always been. That's what eventually led into the whole mega build idea. Yes, it's been done a few times before, but I don't know if I've ever seen a building as big as ours. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident ours was probably one of the biggest. And then it eventually rolled, into the roleplay thing. And that I have not seen yet. Now, that doesn't mean there is no such thing, but I have not personally seen anything on YouTube about role-playing on 7 Days to Die, at least not the way we're doing it. So I think we're pretty unique in that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't it first start where, just kind of a spur of the moment, you started recording an episode and then not Walnut, but Warlord just started killing people? And then you just brought up the idea, well, we got a court case, let's just have a trial. And then that's how it all started.
Yeah, that's basically what he just said.
Yeah, I just said that. Are you in the hangout? Are you part of this podcast? Or did you go eat a cookie or something? Or were you on the toilet for the past 5 minutes?
I put my headphones down to grab a bite to eat.
Uh-huh. Well,
No, he didn't. This is the normal DTC. He's not acting. This is just what happens.
yeah.
He doesn't pay attention
Don't
to
let him
us.
lie to
He
you.
says
Every
the
time.
obvious.
We do need to hear all the bad ideas before you hear the good ideas. So I just throw out all the bad ideas first.
Right. Well, let us know when you start getting to the good ideas, because it's been quite a while so far.
One day.
All right. Let me see here. Hillbilly J, now that you've killed the town folk, will they come back to haunt you and help the doctor and nurse, or will you find new survivors along the road to convince and helping build another town? The plot can go many ways. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Yeah, the plot can go many ways, and the way we record our episodes, we leave it open to where we can take it any way that we want it. That's why the whole first season was a dream, because we can choose to kind of still go along with it like it was a visionary dream, or it was just an actual dream that kind of led us to make some decisions in the next season. As for killing the townsfolk and all that, I thought it was a really clever twist to have me be the demon, and pretty much it was me the entire time because, of Warlord actually being shot and killed in the dream. So he was actually dead, and it was me the entire time. So I thought that was a really clever plot twist that no one ever seen coming. But if you've already watched the first episode in season 2, you will know that the direction we decided. It was a dream. It was a fever-induced dream, and that's what caused it. And that's all you know for right now. Matter of fact, that's all we kind of know for right now until we do the next episode.
Although it was a nightmare, it was Fat Planet's true dream to kill everyone. He really wanted to do
I
it.
can think of a few
all
of
know.
you. I can think of a few of you that I'd probably kill again. Yeah.
Obviously, this guy right here, this beautiful face.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
at least you killed us instead of DTC. I know he wanted to kill all of us.
Oh yeah,
He not only wanted
DTC.
to, he succeeded many times in killing all of us.
Before we even move on to any other questions, do you guys want to touch base on that a little bit? After episode 6 of the jailbreak, DTC and Dark kind of had a little scene going on, and DTC started pushing it toward a direction to where it could be a plot twist. You want to kind of talk on that a little bit, or are you still eating?
No, I can talk about it.
Okay.
I'm done eating. I was just eating jelly beans.
Okay.
It was my whole idea with that was the fact that if we wanted to go in a different direction, we have that opportunity now. I wanted to give us opportunities to where if we ended this thing, where are we going to go from there? Now we have this as a backup plan, and that was my whole goal with that. Having a backup plan. If something went wrong, we do have this.
Yeah, a backup.
I don't
plan.
know. I still wouldn't trust him with a child's toy. I still wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't trust him with a bottle of ketchup, but
I had the most zombie kills.
ooh,
Just throwing
okay.
that out there.
Yeah.
You also have the most player kills.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
We're sitting there
Yeah.
talking about Warlord the entire time. You were the true demon. All right, let me see here. All right, Juan Lopez asks, so if you were the demon, then why did Pam hear blueberries from Warlord? Because it was a dream, and anything can happen in a dream. In fact, the other night I dreamed I could fly, and I wouldn't try that in real life at all. And that's all it was. It was a dream. That's all it was. It was a dream. That's the only thing I can really answer. It was just a nightmare that she had. So, and that's why she heard blueberries. Everything was about blue. Maybe I became obsessed with blueberries. Who knows? Sometimes when you dream, it's not always known to you. You have no idea why you're dreaming. I dream some stuff where I think, where in the hell did that come from? But, you know, same thing. Bemmer60 asks, why is Bemmer so sexy? I was not aware of the fact that Bemmer was sexy, so I wouldn't be a good one.
We are.
I would like to answer this question. See, it's all in a to-do list process. You got step 1, you wake up, and step 2, you look in the mirror. Step 3, most important step, you just look at yourself and you say, "Damn, that's sexy."
Yeah, that sounds like a full day for you, actually. I mean,
step 4 is you go and sit on a laptop and eat some Big Macs, and you just don't gain weight.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
When do you
Pro
have
tip.
sunglasses?
Yeah, when did the mirrored sunglasses come into play?
When they needed to.
There you have it, folks. The everyday life of Bemmer60, in case you were interested. All
Now
right.
you understand why he is the way he is.
Good.
All right, Cool Luck or Cool Lunch or whatever your name is. I think it's maybe Luck. Thank God there's going to be more. And question, will Cage start to get involved in the roleplay or not? Cage has actually talked about wanting to get involved with the roleplay. The only unfortunate thing is although me and Cage have a very strong relationship, I mean, we're basically family. We support each other all the time. We love to be involved with each other's channels. The thing is our time. A lot of these guys that are on the DeadPlanet server, they're available during the evening. And Cage is only available in the morning. So we discussed ways of how he could possibly be part of the roleplay series without having to include everybody else. Like maybe a side episode where he's a roaming bandit or a traitor that comes around like on the weekends when we do episodes and shows up in an episode or two once in a while. I'm not going to say that he will not be involved in it. But I can guarantee he won't be in every single episode. It'll probably be a part-time thing if we can get him in. But he has shown that he wants to be part of it, so we'll see where that goes.
Until he hurries up and moves to the Midwest.
Guadalupe
We're
asks,
pulling hard for that.
are you making a server? I'm not sure what kind of question that is because we're already on a server and that's how we're doing the role play. If you're asking if we're going to make some sort of a public fan server or something like that, it is a possibility. Nothing as of yet that I can absolutely guarantee, but I'm not going to deny it either. It is a possibility. Will there ever be an open server of DeadPlanet or more invites to the server? Again, I kind of touched based on that. There was a previous question that was kind of similar to that. It is a possibility. Yes. I'm not going to say absolutely not. You guys know how I am. I love each and every single one of my subscribers. If I can have you all added to my friends list and have everybody all on the server as one big happy family, I do it in a heartbeat. But that's impossible. It's not near impossible. It is impossible. So yeah, we'll look into it. We'll see what we can do. We'll see how things roll. We'll see how the channel goes. Maybe we'll do like an actual like fan dedicated server to where me and some of the other cast will pop in once in a while and just let you guys do your thing and build and get to know each other. And, you know, we might pop in as little appearances once in a while. That is possible in the future.
Just to make sure, the best place to get in this information is from the Steam group, right?
Yes.
Any information.
I would highly suggest you guys asking these kind of questions. The Steam group is public. It used to be private for the longest time, and there was a lot of different stages and stuff you had to go through. We're getting so busy, we can't deal with it anymore. So we made the Steam group public. I put in more moderators and more admins to help keep control of everything. So all you need to do is go on Steam. Hell, you can go on Google, type LPCA. It's a Steam group. It's the LPCA Alliance. Join it. There's like 360 something members right now. So you'll know you're going to be in the right one. You'll see the Red Eagle, LPCA Channel Alliance. That's our logo. Go ahead and join it. There's announcements all the time. There's discussions. Sometimes we do live stream events and stuff like that. So if you want to be able to talk to me or anybody else in the cast, do that, because I can't add everybody to my friends list. My friends list is reserved for people that I communicate with on at least a semi-daily basis, semi-weekly basis at the most, like other YouTube channels. I can't have everybody on there. So definitely join the Steam group if you want to be social. And yes, we are on there.
I'm on every day, and if people have questions about stuff or would like to, want to know something about like Derek's channel coming up, stuff that he wants to do, stuff like that. I mean, I'm on every day. I at least check to make sure that if people are commenting, they get an answer or a response, stuff like that. So I mean, if anyone, I know Dread's on daily, Dark's on daily. I'm pretty sure DTC's on daily.
I am.
I mean, we're all on very frequently. So if you have any questions or, you just want to jump on and say, hey, you'll get a response at probably the same day.
Keep in mind, if you do have questions that you want to bring to Derek, we will relay that message to Derek as well. So we will transfer that message over if there is something that you want to ask him or any information you want to know.
If they can't answer it themselves. These are my go-to people. These guys here are like the closest family members I got. All of them are mods and admins, and that's why they're very trusted and they're on the server. Pretty much everybody that's in here, I would trust with my bank account information. That's how much I trust them. They're a big part of my family, and they know a lot about what's going on with the channel. They know a lot of behind the scenes type things. They know a lot of channel business. So, you can ask them. And if they don't know for sure, then they will. They will talk to me. Emerald, do you need to blow your nose, or do you got something stuck in your teeth, or what's going on over there? You're just like going
We're just showing you the love, man. We're showing you the love.
Showing the love.
I've got small hands, so it doesn't make an actual heart.
Well, I love you guys. Yes, heart.
That's the heart.
Kisses. All right, Drift King NL. Well, the most important question of all: will you upload the podcast on YouTube? Drift King, I'm a YouTuber. Where do you think it's going to go? I ask this because a real podcast is mainly directed to iPod users. You are correct on that. The terminology was derived from iPod users, but YouTube stole it, and we own it now. So podcasts are on YouTube. That's just the way it is. All the YouTubers, we had a really big meeting. It was me, it was Sky, it was PewDiePie. All of us got together, and we're like, we're going to take that crap, and we're going to make it our own. So... now, some of that may be a lie, some of it may be the truth. I'll let you kind of derive which ones aren't true, but...
a lot of dibs were called that day.
Yeah. Excluding a lot of your other YouTube subscribers. That ain't going to happen. It'll be on YouTube. You may not realize this, but the anti-Apple community is pretty big. Well, I would be the president and CEO of that community, so trust me, I know about that. That's what we use at work is Apple, and I absolutely cannot stand it. I hate it. Just that little apple. Just it makes me want to go to the grocery store and pick up an apple and punch it. Like I just Up Nation. Geared towards the whole group. Voice acting can be pretty difficult. Did you guys feel extra pressure when you knew you had lines on a take? And how many takes did the dramatic scenes take to feel right?
It's all about that first take.
Yes.
I heard
yes.
Dredd laugh. Dredd obviously has something to add to this.
Let's hear it. I just think it's cute that people think we have takes and lines and stuff. That means we did something right.
Uh-huh.
True.
That is very true.
We don't have takes. Once in a while there might be something I'll go, oh crap, I didn't record this, or oh crap, I sneezed, or worse. Sometimes oh crap, you know.
Oh crap, Tim went to the wrong door.
But yeah, no. the scene in the courthouse that you guys you guys didn't see that, but I think it was was it 7 or 8 when I think it was 8. It was a nightmare. She was coming in to my office to tell me about the nightmare, and she walked into the wrong one. Like she walked into the storage room. And I was like, that's the wrong door, Pam. So I had to like re-record it. So yes, there are takes like that, but when it comes to like lines and stuff, no. I don't think we've ever had to redo a take because someone said something that didn't seem right. Everybody's pretty talented when it comes to improv, and I'm very shocked because none of us are really formally trained. I mean, a lot of us have experience when it comes to gaming and stuff like that, and, talking through TeamSpeak and stuff, and me being a YouTuber, I mean, I kind of got thrown into it, and I kind of have to learn how to engage the audience and stuff, so, it's, I don't know. What were you going to say, Drew?
Well, I was going to say, not to leave everybody out, but we have had our silent facepalm moments where we had to try to save something because someone made a very interesting comment. I think we did a pretty good job doing that.
DTC.
Walnut.
Yeah.
Walnut.
That's all me.
Hey, what are you doing over there, Mayor?
Hey, Walnut. Please gather the townsfolk. Please gather the townsfolk and tell them to meet us at the courthouse. I'm clear across town in the jail, which would be approximately 2 city blocks away in real life. And you hear Walnut, hey, the mayor wants you to go to the courthouse. And I'm like, Walnut, what are you doing? Like, we're already 8 minutes in the scene. I wasn't going to cut it. So I'm sitting here trying to go, well, here, Lunar, here, this door's scratched up. Let's open this door here. Well, mayor wants you in the courthouse. And I'm like, what in the hell is he doing? And DTC, he was sitting there like, I'm not going to say nothing because I'm not supposed to be talking. Like, he's clear across town. And Walnut's like, come on, DTC. He told you to get to the courthouse. It's like, oh, my God.
I had my megaphone. I was hollering.
Oh,
and then yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say that.
Wasn't there the hearing about the throwing rocks on the roof?
Oh,
I'll chuck a rock at him.
Yeah. Kind of mumbles and you hear him.
I can hear your voice, sir. It's all like loud and stuff.
The worst part is
You yell when you talk.
A southern accent out of nowhere. Where's this southing accent?
Yeah, he does it once in a while. It depends on the scene. Yeah, sometimes you'd be like, "Hey, Mayor," and sometimes like, "Well, how, Mayor? How you doing?" Like he's Gilbert Godfrey or something. Like, "Hey, Mayor." Like,
PTSD.
Oh, yes,
I remember that scene. I was walking out of the courthouse and I was kind of talking a little bit like this to myself. Hey, howdy, neighbor, or howdy, Mayor. Like, what in the hell? I'm like, you're on your roof 600 feet away. Like, what are you doing, you nut?
I just thought it was going. He pulled out a southern accent. Where's this accent from out of nowhere?
Jesus.
Got my southern roots.
Accent is me coming out with like an Irish accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go find me Lucky Charms.
This, ladies and gentlemen,
Off to the edge
Hey,
of the
don't you be making fun of my accent now. This is authentic.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like my Jamaican accent is original.
Where are you seeing Jamaican?
I'm Jamaican, man. Now you're going to make fun of me. Next you're going to say I have a bobsled team, man. Cool runnings, dig it, sip on the Malibu, man. Anyway.
If you're from Jamaica, you got a bobsled team.
Jamaica got a bobsled team. Hey, hey. All right. Sanka,
Honestly,
you dead man.
I think the one line or like scene that probably in my mind would probably be retaken because of one. It was the Warlord where he called Pam a stupid bitch or whatever.
No, that's
the
me.
point where it was just like
That
It
was me.
It was Lunar because it was to the
close
sheriff.
enough. Yes,
The-
it was one of you two.
Called the sheriff
Thanks.
bitch.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he got
called me a bitch. That was
Well-
just rude.
But
No,
he
like-
felt so bad afterward. After the
Oh
scene
my
was
God.
over, he just froze for a second. He goes, Lunar, I'm so sorry.
You paused like
That's where
For the
improv takes you. You really
Yeah.
gotta.
It,
And all
it
of us
catches
just
you.
laughed.
It
And all of
catches
us were
you.
sitting there with our mics going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
This
could
is-
sense just his heart like drop as
Oh,
soon as
yeah.
he said that line. He was just like, "Oh Lord, what have I done?"
Oh, yeah.
He paused like for a split second right
Yeah.
before he said it. Like he thought about it, and he still said it. So it's just he was in the moment. He had to say it.
That's all we
Th-
did.
This is how it is every day, folks. This is how it is. So this is how we are in TeamSpeak. This is how we are
Yeah.
Guns of Icarus. This
Oh,
is how we are everywhere. So you can see how it kind of collaborates together, and it's not just a cast of a series. It's one big huge family, and that's how we view ourselves. And if I had it my way, it's going to be that way for a very, very, very long time. So.
Even
The
our
last-
dysfunctional brother DTC.
In Warlord and everybody else that's involved in this.
Redheaded stepchild.
The very
Yeah.
last question:
Excluded again?
why is that walnut? Why is that walnut guy's always messing stuff up? That guy must be part of the three Derpiteers. Let me read that again, because this is the best English I have ever seen in my life.
Is it like
Why's that walnut guy's always messing stuff up? Like, what?
I may have sent that from my phone.
Now you're gonna blame your phone.
Oh.
Oh yeah, of course.
No, your phone
it's
would be
the
like,
phone's fault.
excuse me, that shit's messed up. Like, you need to fix that. Because that looks derpy as hell. Like, if you have an Apple, dude, Siri would be pissed. She'd be like, "Bring, what the hell are you doing? Are you really going to send that?"
Just to let everybody know, this is TeamSpeak every day.
Every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Every single day.
All
So if you
day.
want to be a part of this, definitely look up the Steam group. Learn how to join on TeamSpeak. If we are in a recording channel or in a private channel, please do not send messages. Please do not try to poke or anything like that. As a matter of fact, you can't if you're signaled as a guest. I have to get to know you before you become a member, which gives you the ability to do those kind of things. But if you're in TeamSpeak and you become a member eventually, then you are welcome into TeamSpeak, and you know it at that point. But it is getting on to 33-something minutes. Anybody have any final things that they want to say before we conclude this
I
Dead
would
Planet
say-
podcast?
I would say talk about the walnut thing you wanted to mention.
Oh, okay. Yes, we do have one other special little thing. Walnut is involved in a charity. I'm going to let him speak about that real quick. Before you go anywhere, listen to what he's got to say. It's a really good charity. I think it's very beneficial. So please give him some respect and some time, and at least listen to it and see what he's got going on.
Thank you. I'm involved in this charity called Journey for Jordan. It's for my buddy Jordan, who died of cancer in 2011. He battled spine cancer and just like 3 different kinds of bone cancer, and he was given the option of a couple more months to live or paralyzed from the waist down, and he refused to be paralyzed, so he passed away in 2011. His family started a charity for Haven House in St. Louis, Missouri. For basically, we raise all this money doing a bicycle ride. We ride bicycles from his house in Gaze, Illinois, to St. Louis, Missouri, which is 186 miles. We do this over 3 days: 70 miles the first 2 days and 40 miles the third day. It's all based on sponsorship money. and every penny of it goes to Haven House. What Haven House does is they're kind of like the Ronald McDonald House, except it's not just for children. Anyone whose has a family member being treated in the hospital can stay at Haven House completely cost-free. It's ran by volunteers. They can get food. They can get something to do. They can get out of the hospital. Gives them a place to stay, so they don't have to, travel back and forth. It definitely helps to keep people out of the hospital, keep family members from having to stay in the hospital while their family members being treated with for chemo or whatever. And Jordan's family stayed there all the time because he was in and out of chemo frequently, very frequently. And so I was participated last year, and I've got my Journey for Jordan shirt on right now. I believe Derek will be linking the Journey for Jordan Facebook page. They're a YouTube video that they did with the news station where they talk about it, and it shows clips from the first year. And this year's the third annual. It will be June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. I'm postponing my honeymoon to do this, so my fiance loves me for that. I'm sure she's happy.
Is there any type of donator packages that you're looking at, Walnut? Is there a certain pledge or something that people do, or is it just straight up donations?
It's straight up donations. Whatever anyone wants to donate. If they want to donate a penny, then every penny counts. And
well, what I was asking is, since it's like a bike ride, is it something can somebody pledge, say, $1 per mile or 50 cents a mile or something like that, or or is it really not set up that way? Because you are completing the entire ride regardless. So I guess a straight up donation would probably be the best way to do it.
Straight up donation probably is the best way to do it, just because it's 186 miles, give or take, if you get lost on the trails, which I did last year. So I did roughly 214 miles, because I went about 10 miles out and then realized I was going the wrong way and had to do 10 miles back to get back on the trail. We had people get lost worse than that. That was funny. But it's easier just to do straight up donations, because if you're going to do $1 a mile, then that's $186 because it's 186 miles. We raised $31,000 last year that all went to Haven House, and it covered all of their expenses for 3 months, which was just awesome.
Do you get any special benefits out of being a donator, supporter, or a fundraiser, or are you doing this just purely out of memory and honor, pretty much?
I'm doing it just for me. They try and sweeten the pot with whoever raises the most money wins a bicycle. But last year his uncle raised $9,000 on his own, and I was like, oh my god. But wow. I'm just doing it for me and for him, because how I see it is, he went through years of cancer and chemo. I think I can handle going 3 days of riding a bicycle.
Yep, the bonds of friendship has no limits. That's for sure. If you guys are interested in supporting this definitely worthy fundraiser here, it's definitely for a good cause. The links will be included in the description of this video. Please feel free to check those out. Any questions can be sent directly to Walnut. He'll be probably one of the first commenters on the video. Feel free to send him a message on the YouTube channel or something. If you don't know how to send a message, you can click on it. There is a little send message icon that you can click on, and that'll send him a message directly, and he'll be notified through his email about that. And I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Please do not send me any questions, because it is not my fundraiser, and I have no clue what's going on. I'm just going to put the links in there and let him handle it, because I'm a nice guy, and he's my brother, and I love him. So I hope you guys check it out, and definitely consider it. Anything else anybody else wants to add before we conclude this?
Just that this is an uber fun series to record, and I have great fun doing this and seeing all the comments that you guys give on it. It's just wonderful.
I agree.
Also,
Same thing. I'm really happy that everybody's enjoying
Also, make sure to like and thumbs up because it does help the series so much more.
It does, and I have noticed there's been a few trolls that's been on some of these videos. It's kind of obvious when there's 2 dislikes every single video. I don't know who you are, but I mean, you're free to do whatever you want, of course. But you know, I mean, whatever. I mean, I guess if it makes you float your boat, then do whatever you need to do. But I see no point in it.
What's the true point behind a dislike? Like, why? Why would they implement it? Like Facebook does it? They just do a like. Cool. No
yeah,
dislike,
a lot of
you
people
just ignore it.
speculate. That's a whole other podcast on its own when it comes to the like and dislike system of YouTube. But I will say one other announcement. I have said this on the actual announcement for this podcast, though. There's a lot of big news that is coming to this channel. You guys have been bugging me quite a bit about it. I will release that information as soon as I'm given permission to release it. Okay? It is big. It is the first time ever for any YouTube channel, so it is huge. It is a great potential for the channel and all parties involved. So I guarantee you, as soon as I do release that information, you're going to go, oh, and then you're going to realize why I couldn't say anything for a while. Also, I will tell you that I found out recently that the Fun Pimps themselves, the creators of 7 Days to Die, are actually watching the Roleplay series. That is pretty awesome. Yeah, that's the coolest thing ever. Like when the actual game developers are watching the series. Thumbs up,
awesome.
Thumbs up, guys! If you're watching this podcast, shouts from Fat Planet LP. We love you guys. Keep up an excellent game. You have our full support, and we're going to continue playing it on and on and on.
Completely.
So that will conclude today's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope there was enough derpy moments where you could laugh, maybe run out of some oxygen a little bit, turn your face red. Hopefully you didn't pee your pants or worse, pee on any animals or dogs or hamsters or cats during the filming of this podcast. And until next time, and until the next season's podcast, or who knows, maybe we'll throw in another just random podcast for nothing. If you guys like it, fine. You know, we'll come up with a podcast as something. Maybe we'll just all sit here and just talk about derpy stuff and, you know, what makes our nose twitch or what makes our eyes tickle. I mean, just anything. If you guys like it, we'll come up with something. But until then,
Derpateers.
Till next time, we're going to leave it on that note. You guys take care. Don't forget to like and comment. Thank you for subscribing. So Fat Planet!
So Fat Planet!
Bye.